refer to the following conversation.
Good evening. I see that your restaurant's pretty busy right now. Do you have any available tables?
We are busy, but we do have some free tables, so you won't have to wait.
Marvelous. There is one thing, though. I'm in a bit of a hurry. I have tickets to see a play in an hour at the theatre next door. Do you think that I'll be done in time?
Our servers are used to having diners who are going to shows next door. I'll let your waiter know that you're in a rush.
Questions 44 through 46 refer to the following conversation.
Hi, I've been working in one of the library's study rooms this afternoon. I left to find a book, and when I came back, the door was locked. My laptop is still inside, so could you please unlock the room for me?
Oh, the doors lock automatically when you close them. What was the room number?
I forget the number, but it's the room immediately to the left of the elevator.
Okay, that's room 315. We keep a set of keys here at the desk. Let me find the one for 315. I'll open that door for you so you can get your computer.
Questions 47 through 49 refer to the following conversation.
Excuse me, I have a ticket for the 5 o'clock train to Baltimore, but I just got out of work, and since it's only 3:30, I was hoping I could get on an earlier train. Is that possible?
Yes, there's an express train that leaves at 4 o'clock, but it costs $45 more. Would you like to change your ticket?
That's more than I wanted to pay. I'll just wait until 5. I have some work I can finish up in the meantime.
Questions 50 through 52 refer to the following conversation.
Peter, could you tell me what you covered during this morning's staff meeting? I'm sorry, I couldn't make it. I had a meeting with a client at the same time.
No problem. The most important item on the agenda was the new project management software. I'm going to set up a separate training session for each department.
Oh, really? When are you doing the training for the marketing staff? I want to make sure I'm there.
On Monday afternoon, but before that I'll be sending attendees a brochure that describes the new software. I'd like everyone to take a few minutes to read the information before the training session.
Questions 53 through 55 refer to the following conversation.
Hi, I saw on a television commercial that your art supply store offers classes. What kinds of courses do you have?
Right now, we're offering a variety of classes in drawing, painting, and sculpture. Would any of those interest you?
I'd like to try sculpture, but I've never studied any type of art before, so I'd be looking for an introductory level class.
Well, our Sculpting for Beginners class is starting tomorrow evening at 7 o'clock. If you'd like, I can tell you what supplies you'll need. It's a good idea to buy everything in advance so you have it for the first class.
Questions 56 through 58 refer to the following conversation.
Do you know why it's so noisy today? I've been trying to prepare a presentation for this afternoon's board meeting, but I'm having trouble concentrating.
There's a construction crew doing renovations on the second floor. They're combining 2 empty offices to create an employee break room. Unfortunately, the hammering will probably be going on for a while.
Well, it'll be good to finally have a break room, but I hope I can get my presentation done on time. I don't want to be unprepared in front of the board of directors.
If it'll help, I have a pair of headphones that you're welcome to borrow. Maybe that will eliminate some of the noise.
Questions 59 through 61 refer to the following conversation.
Hello, my name is Jane Woodruff, and I'm an event coordinator for Eastern Tour Agency. I'm interested in bringing a tour group of about 50 people to your farm. Would you be able to accommodate a group of that size?
Of course. In fact, for groups of over 25 people, you can choose a hands-on demonstration for your group to participate in. We offer cheese making, candle dipping, or your group can learn how to spin yarn. Just let us know in advance which you'd prefer.
That sounds wonderful. I'll check with the group taking the tour to find out which they'd like to do.
Questions 62 through 64 refer to the following conversation.
Mr. Logan, this is Clara Jackson calling from Moreland Insurance. We saw your resume on an employment website and wanted to speak with you about a position that's opened up at our company. We're looking for someone with an insurance background to head our customer service department.
That sounds interesting, but I'm about to leave on a business trip. Could I call you back once I get to the airport? I'll have some time before my flight, and I'd really like to learn more about the position.
I'll be in a seminar later, so why don't you call me when you return from your trip? In the meantime, I'm going to email you more details about the job. I think once you've had a chance to review them, you'll find that this position is a great opportunity for someone with your experience.
Questions 65 through 67 refer to the following conversation.
Sally, I just finished preparing the catering order for the Kingsley Company. Could you help me load the food into the delivery van?
You haven't heard? One of the vans broke down this morning, and Julia took the other one to make a delivery to the film festival in Brighton. She just left 5 minutes ago.
That's not very long ago. I'm going to call her and ask her to come back for this order. The food has to be there in an hour, and the Kingsley Company's right on her way to Brighton.
Questions 68 through 70 refer to the following conversation.
Hello, this is Cindy Cotto from Northern Builders. Your magazine printed an article about our company in the June issue, and I'm calling to let you know there's a mistake in it.
I'm sorry to hear that, Miss Cardo. We work really hard to get all of our facts right, but occasionally mistakes do get through. Could you tell me exactly what the problem is?
Yes, the article said that our firm recently built the sports stadium in Greensville, which is correct, but it was accompanied by a photograph of a different stadium.
I apologize. I'm sure there was a mix-up at layout. I'll find the right picture so that the magazine can publish a correction.
Questions 41 through 43 refer to the following conversation.
Good morning. I have a reservation at this hotel. My name's Clara Dawson.
Hello, Ms. Dawson, and welcome to the San Sebastian Inn. Unfortunately, your room won't be available until noon, but I'd be happy to keep your luggage behind the counter until then.
Oh, that's fine. I just flew in from New York, and I'd like to get a late breakfast. Do you have any recommendations for restaurants in the area?
Here's a city restaurant guide. Breakfast places are listed at the beginning.
Questions 44 through 46 refer to the following conversation.
Nancy, I heard that you're transferring to our office in Hong Kong. What will you be doing there?
Oh, it'll be the same thing I've been doing here. The company's ready to start marketing our new speech recognition software in Asia, and since my team's had a lot of success selling the product here, they've asked me to move to Hong Kong to head up the sales efforts there.
That sounds like a great opportunity. You know, my cousin works in Hong Kong for a big retailer. I'll give you her email address in case you want to contact her. I'm sure she'd be happy to help you find an apartment there.
Questions 47 through 49 refer to the following conversation.
Ms. Patel, this is Eric from Facilities. We're replacing the carpeting on the second floor, and we'd like to replace the carpet in your office on Friday.
That's not a problem, but I need a computer that day so I can access my files on the server. Will that be possible?
Well, room 203 has a computer you could probably use. I'll get in touch with technical support to make sure you'll have access to your files there.
Questions 50 through 52 refer to the following conversation.
Hello, I'm planning to order flower arrangements for an awards banquet next month. A colleague recommended your shop.
Yes, we specialize in centerpieces for corporate events. Do you know what type of flowers you're looking for?
I have a picture of one of the arrangements from last year's banquet that I can email to you. If you could make something similar, that'd be great. How far in advance should I place the order?
You'll have to submit your order 2 weeks before the event. That way we can be sure that we have the flowers you request in stock.
Questions 53 through 55 refer to the following conversation.
Daniel, I know how much you love to cook. Did you hear that the chef from the Spontaneous Gourmet show on TV will be teaching a class at the Culinary Institute this summer?
Really? Stephen Okada? I've been a fan of his show for years. I learned how to make some of my favourite dishes from watching him cook.
Well, if you're interested in the class, you should sign up right away. There are only a few spots available to the general public.
Questions 56 through 58 refer to the following conversation.
Hi, I'm from the machine repair department. I got a call about a problem with one of the sewing machines.
Yes, the machine at the station over there stopped working. The foot pedal broke. Do you know how long it'll take to fix that?
Let me check the supplies in the storeroom. If we have the right part, it won't take long. But if I have to order a part, it could be a couple of days.
Questions 59 through 61 refer to the following conversation.
Wasn't that surprising news about the budget? We actually have money left over this year.
Yes, but if we don't spend the money, we lose it. That's why Ms. Hahn has asked everyone to come up with some ideas for special projects, things that can be done before the end of the year.
But projects take time to plan and there's only a month left. What if we just buy new video conferencing equipment instead? It would be really useful for all those conference calls with colleagues in branch offices.
Questions 62 through 64 refer to the following conversation.
Good evening. I'm calling from the Mountain View City Council office. We're surveying local residents to get their opinions about the recent proposal to expand Highway 1. Would you be willing to answer a few questions?
I'm sorry, I'm just leaving to go out. But I've been reading the articles in the newspaper, the ones about all the plans to improve our local roads, and I'd very much like to respond to the survey. Could you call back at another time?
If it would be more convenient, you can take the survey online. All you have to do is go to the City Council's website and click on the button that says Roadway Survey. It'll only take you about 5 minutes to fill out the form.
Questions 65 through 67 refer to the following conversation.
Hello, this is Gina Masterson, the director of the Churchill Theatre. I loved your audition and would like to offer you a role in our upcoming play, Town and Country. Rehearsals begin next Wednesday.
That's great, but I didn't realize rehearsals would be starting so soon. I'm already performing in another theater production, so I won't be available until the end of next week.
Well, we can work without you for the first few days, but I do need your measurements so I can give them to our costume designer. That usually happens on the first day of rehearsals.
That's not a problem. I can stop by earlier in the day and meet with the costume designer then.
Questions 68 through 70 refer to the following conversation.
Dr. Adams, this is Justin McBride from the Foundation for Health Research. I'm pleased to tell you that your article about the benefits of a low-fat diet has been accepted for our journal.
That's wonderful news. I actually just presented my research at a symposium, and it was well received. When will the article be published?
Well, we've made some editorial suggestions, so revisions will have to be made first. Once you've done that, we can let you know the exact date the article...
Questions 41 through 43 refer to the following conversation.
You know, Mary's retiring at the end of the month, so we're going to have to hire a new office assistant fairly quickly. Have you advertised the position yet?
Yes. In fact, I've already received a lot of resumes, and there are quite a few qualified applicants.
That's great. If we can get someone before Mary leaves, she can train the new assistant.
Questions 44 through 46 refer to the following conversation.
Hello, I'm considering buying a digital camera, and I'm looking for a good camera to travel with. I wonder if I could see this one.
Of course. This is our model LV200. Our customers have been quite happy with it. And it comes with our usual 3-year warranty too, which covers repair or replacement.
That sounds good. But if I'm traveling overseas and I have a problem, will the warranty be accepted?
Oh, that shouldn't be a problem at all. We have stores in over 20 countries, and they're all authorized to honor the terms of the warranty.
Questions 47 through 49 refer to the following conversation.
I just saw some signs at the supermarket for the annual town fair. I see it's going to be held at Thompson Park this year.
I guess the fair's grown so popular that it had to be moved to a new location. Wyckoff Field just isn't big enough to hold everyone who wants to attend.
That makes sense. Last year it was so crowded. The parking area was completely full when I got there, so I had to park in a spot on the street almost a mile away.
Questions 50 through 52 refer to the following conversation.
Donald, can you help me? We've received a shipment of keyboards today, and I have to install them on all of the office computers.
I'm sorry, Ms. Taylor, but I have my history class on Thursdays, so I'm about to leave work.
Oh, that's right. And Sanjeev is conducting an employee training session all afternoon.
If you can wait until tomorrow, I can help you first thing in the morning. I'll be in the office by 7:30.
Questions 53 through 55 refer to the following conversation.
Hi, this is Brandon Fletcher. I'm calling for Ms. Choi. I submitted a marketing proposal to her last month, and she asked me to call her at 10 today to discuss it.
I'm sorry, but Ms. Choi left for a last-minute business trip this morning. But I can reschedule your phone conference for another time. Are you available next Thursday at 11?
Yes, I'm free then. Should I call the same extension to speak with Ms. Choi?
Actually, you can dial extension 343. That'll connect you directly to Ms. Choi.
Questions 56 through 58 refer to the following conversation.
Sarah, some new clients are visiting on Thursday, so I'd like to take them out for dinner. But since I've just moved here, I'm not really familiar with the local restaurants. Can you recommend one?
Well, I usually take my clients to Sinclair's in the Water Street Hotel downtown. It's a little far from the office, but the food's wonderful. If you want something closer, there's also a good Italian restaurant just a short walk from here on Broad Street.
Sinclair's sounds good, and I'm sure we can get a taxi there on Thursday. Let me call the restaurant now and see if I can get a reservation. If that doesn't work out, I'll try the Italian place.
Questions 59 through 61 refer to the following conversation.
Hello, Hiroshi. This is Carla from the Finance Department. I'm calling about the extra funding you requested for promotional merchandise to hand out at the trade show. Unfortunately, your request was denied.
Oh, that's too bad. I thought it would be good publicity to hand out gifts with the company name on them. Can you tell me why the request was turned down?
Well, as you may know, sales have been low, so the company just doesn't have the extra resources for promotional materials right now. Hopefully that'll change next year.
Okay, I'll have to think of a different way to promote our products and still stay within the budget.
Questions 62 through 64 refer to the following conversation.
Hi, I'm calling about the office space for rent on Garrison Street. I saw an advertisement posted outside the building. Is it still available?
Yes, it is. The previous tenants were 3 lawyers, so it's currently set up as 3 offices and a large waiting area with the receptionist's desk.
Oh, that sounds like more space than I need. I really only want 1 office for myself. I've been running an event planning business from my home, but now I have so many clients that I need a little more room.
Well, you wouldn't want to pay for more space than you need. I'm the agent for other properties as well. Why don't I send you a list of available office spaces along with their prices? Then you can get back to me if you're interested in any of them.
Questions 65 through 67 refer to the following conversation.
Hello, I submitted an invoice recently for an article I wrote for your magazine. I'm calling to find out when I'll receive payment.
Well, it depends on when we receive the invoice. Could I please have your name, and I'll check in the computer to see where your invoice is in the billing system.
My name's Tom Kennedy, and I wrote an article for the travel section of the magazine.
Oh dear, my computer just stopped working. It might take a few minutes to restart it. Let me call you back as soon as I have the information about when your payment will be processed.
Questions 68 through 70 refer to the following conversation.
Excuse me, I'm planning to purchase some floor tiles from your store, but I need to hire someone to install the flooring, and I'm wondering if your store has a list of contractors you'd recommend for home improvement projects.
I'm afraid we don't have a list like that, but I can give you the address of a website with information about contractors in the area. Last year I hired an electrician to make some repairs in my home, and I used that website.
That sounds like a good idea, but how do you know if the person does reliable work?
Well, there's a place on the website for previous customers to write reviews. I chose my electrician because other customers had recommended him, and I was very pleased with the work he did.
Questions 41 through 43 refer to the following conversation.
Hi, this is Michelle Yamamoto from Premier Auto. I'm calling for John O'Malley.
He just stepped out of the office for a few minutes. Would you like to leave a message?
Yes. Could you let him know we've almost finished repairing his car and it'll be ready by 4 o'clock?
Okay, I'll be sure to give him the message. May I have your phone number in case he wants to call you back?
Questions 44 through 46 refer to the following conversation.
Here's your receipt, Miss Peters. I hope you've enjoyed your stay at the Redburn Hotel. Is there anything else we can do for you?
Well, I have a flight later this evening, but I'd like to see some of the city's attractions before I go. Could I leave my luggage here at the hotel?
Of course. Just write down your room number and name on this identification tag. We'll put it on your luggage so we'll know it's yours when you come back for it.
Questions 47 through 49 refer to the following conversation.
Hi, this is Laura Ivanov from Apartment 2B. I was just wondering if it would be possible to get a copy of my lease. I've misplaced mine, and I want to look over the heating agreement.
Sure, I can make you another copy. Our offices are open until 5 if you want to come in today.
I have to work late tonight, but I'm sure I can stop by tomorrow before 5.
That sounds fine. I'll have a copy of your lease ready first thing in the morning.
Questions 50 through 52 refer to the following conversation.
Good morning, Stokes Furniture Gallery. How can I help you?
I'm calling about the bookcases I saw advertised in last Sunday's newspaper. The one that was advertised has 3 shelves. I'm calling to find out whether that bookcase comes in any other sizes.
Yes, in fact there's also a taller one with 4 shelves, but we only have one of those in stock right now.
Oh, that's perfect. Could you please put it on hold for me? I can be at your store in about 20 minutes.
Questions 53 through 55 refer to the following conversation.
Hi, Daniela. I'm hoping you can give me some advice. I've heard that last year you organized the Employee Appreciation Dinner for your department. Well, I've been asked to plan an awards dinner for our department this year. Could you recommend a good place to have it?
Sure. We held our dinner at the Tillman Inn. Their rates are very affordable for corporate events. They also have a special discount for groups with 25 people or more. I would definitely recommend them.
That sounds great. There are 40 people in my department, so even if some people don't come, we should be able to get that discount.
Questions 56 through 58 refer to the following conversation.
Moen, did you receive the memo about the office renovations?
Yes, won't it be nice to get some new carpet and have the walls repainted?
Do you know when they'll get to our floor? There was no work schedule attached to the memo. I have important meetings scheduled for 2 days next week.
If I were you, I'd reserve one of the conference rooms on another floor just in case they're working in our area those days.
Questions 59 through 61 refer to the following conversation.
I really like this restaurant, but it's very hard to talk here. It's always so crowded and noisy.
Yes, but the service makes up for it. One of the waiters told me that they're all graduates of a professional training program.
And it is nice that the restaurant's only a block away from the movie theatre. Speaking of which, the movie starts in 20 minutes. We should go ahead and pay.
Questions 62 through 64 refer to the following conversation.
Hi, Pablo. I see you won't be in the office next week. Are you going on holiday?
Yes, I'm leaving on Monday to spend a week in Buenos Aires with my parents. I haven't seen them in a long time, so I'm really looking forward to the trip.
Will you have enough time to prepare the opening speech for the shareholders' meeting? Remember, the meeting is 2 days after you get back. If you're too busy, I can ask Tom to do it.
Don't worry, I'll be ready. I plan to finish writing it before I leave work tomorrow.
Questions 65 through 67 refer to the following conversation.
Hi, I'm looking for an exhibit that I read about in a newspaper article. The Marie Morris paintings?
That collection is only here for 3 weeks, so it's in the special exhibits area on the 2nd floor, just past the gift shop. You'll need a ticket for it.
Oh, I bought one online last week. It says I should enter between 2 and 3 o'clock.
Yes, you can only enter the exhibit at the time shown on your ticket. It's 1:45 right now, so you'll just have to wait 15 more minutes.
Questions 68 through 70 refer to the following conversation.
I just heard there's going to be a delay with the computers we're supposed to ship out on Wednesday. What's the problem?
Well, one of the conveyor belts broke down and it's taken us almost a day to get it fixed. But I'm going to go ahead and schedule some people to work overtime. I think we'll be able to get the order shipped on Thursday instead.
Okay, if you do that, and if we use a faster shipping method, it won't matter to the customer that we're sending it out on Thursday. They'll still get it next Monday as
Questions 41 through 43 refer to the following conversation.
You must be Jocelyn, the new accountant. I'm Andrew Wong. My office is right next to yours. Let me know if I can help you with anything.
Thanks, I appreciate that. I was wondering where people go for lunch. Is there a cafeteria here?
Unfortunately, there isn't one in our building, but there's a cafe next door. A lot of us go over there around noon. Why don't you join us today?
That sounds great. I have a training session this morning, so I'll meet you there as soon as it's finished.
Questions 44 through 46 refer to the following conversation.
Excuse me? I bought this jacket here last week, but when I got home, I realized that one of the buttons was missing. I'd like to exchange it for another one.
I'm sorry about that. This jacket has been very popular this season and, unfortunately, we're sold out of them right now. Can I show you some other jackets?
Actually, I really like this jacket. Do you know if you'll be getting more of them in the store soon?
Yes, but let me check the computer to see when they're arriving. I'd be happy to put one aside for you once they come in.
Questions 47 through 49 refer to the following conversation.
Divya, I have a question about the Client Appreciation Banquet. Do you know how many people we can invite this year?
I'm still waiting to get a confirmation from the South York Hotel that we can use their ballroom. If it's available, we can host as many clients as we like.
Oh, okay. Please let me know as soon as possible. I'd like to send out the invitations well in advance.
Questions 50 through 52 refer to the following conversation.
Good morning, I'm Susan Cho. I'm here to perform the safety inspection of your assembly plant.
It's nice to meet you. I'm Richard Tillman, the factory floor manager. I announced your visit at yesterday's general meeting, so everyone should be ready for you.
Good. I brought a checklist of all the areas that I need to look at. It includes some questions for the assembly line supervisors.
That's fine. Let me take you around and introduce you to them.
Questions 53 through 55 refer to the following conversation.
Carlos, we ordered more test tube labels for our lab, didn't we? Have they come in yet?
I placed an order last Tuesday, but it hasn't been delivered yet. The supplier has promised to deliver them by the end of the week. Do you have enough labels for today?
I don't think so. I have to prepare a lot of samples for testing.
That's a problem. Why don't we try asking one of our coworkers? I'll call Marianne in the second floor lab and see if she can lend us some.
Questions 56 through 58 refer to the following conversation.
Dr. Lee wants us to enter the medical records of our patients into the new database. Do you think we can start today?
That's a lot of files, so why don't we take turns entering the data? That way, one of us will always be at the front desk to greet patients when they get here.
That's a good idea. I can't wait until the records are in the new system. It'll be so much easier for us to look up information about our patients when they call for an appointment.
Questions 59 through 61 refer to the following conversation.
Ms. Weiss, I'm really enjoying this exhibit of your paintings. I especially like the large landscape of the desert.
Thank you. I've recently returned from a trip to North Africa. Most of my paintings in this gallery were influenced by my visit there.
How interesting. Is it possible to buy your artwork? I'd love to purchase the landscape for my office.
I'm sorry, but I've already promised this painting to another customer. But I have a similar one at my studio. I can email you a picture to see if you'd be interested in that one instead.
Questions 62 through 64 refer to the following conversation.
I'm calling from technical support to let you know we'll be replacing your computer next Thursday. The installation will take about 2 hours. Will there be a time when you won't be using your computer that we could come by?
Well, actually, I won't be working next Thursday, so any time would be fine. I have one question, though. Will you transfer all of my files to the new computer, or should I make backup copies before you come?
We'll copy all of your files and put them on the new computer for you, but when you first log on, you'll need to choose a new password. I'll leave instructions for how to do that on your desk.
Questions 65 through 67 refer to the following conversation.
Hello, Mr. Whitman. This is Susan Wright, the editor of Mountain Ridge magazine. I'm calling because I'd like you to write an article for our publication. We've seen previous articles you've written on rock climbing, and we're impressed with your work.
I'm glad to hear that. I've been reading your magazine for many years, so I'm excited about the opportunity to write for you. Could you give me more details about the subject you want me to write about?
We'd like you to review some rock climbing equipment that's just come on the market. We'll send you the equipment you'll be reviewing. If possible, I'd like to have the review by the end of the month so we can include it in our August issue.
Questions 68 through 70 refer to the following conversation.
Sarita, this is Robert Pearson from the marketing department. I sent you my department's budget proposal for next year. Unfortunately, I made an error in my calculations. I was wondering if the proposal has been reviewed yet or if there's still time for me to make a correction.
Well, the budget meeting isn't until this afternoon, so you still have time to make changes.
Oh, excellent. I almost forgot that my department's planning to hire an additional project manager, so I want to increase our budget request by 5%.
No problem. Why don't you give me the details and I'll revise the document before I make copies for the meeting?
Questions 41 through 43 refer to the following conversation.
Jacob, are you sure the art gallery's ready for the opening tonight? I was just in there, and it looked like a few of the paintings weren't very well lit.
I hadn't noticed that, but we can adjust the spotlights to make sure they're focused on the artwork.
Okay, I'll get a ladder from the supply closet, and we can do that right now.
Questions 44 through 46 refer to the following conversation.
Good evening. I'm Kira, and I'll be your server. Tonight we have a special that's not listed on the menu. It's roast chicken, and it's served with mashed potatoes and sautéed wild mushrooms.
That sounds delicious, but is it possible to have it with rice instead of potatoes?
Oh, I'm not sure if we can serve it that way, but give me a moment to ask the chef, and I'll let you know.
Questions 47 through 49 refer to the following conversation.
Roxanne, are you having any problems with your computer? Mine hasn't been working right since they upgraded everyone's computer yesterday.
Actually, all of my programs have been running much faster. I'm really impressed with the new software. What's the problem with yours?
I can't play any audio files. The speakers are on and the volume is turned up as high as it can go, but I still can't hear anything.
Did you check the speaker cables? Maybe one of the cables is loose and it's not connecting the computer and the speakers correctly.
Questions 50 through 52 refer to the following conversation.
Hi, this is Jim Tanaka calling from room 323. I just got my bill and there seems to be a mistake. It looks like I'm being charged for staying 3 nights when I only stayed 2.
Let me pull up your bill, Mr. Tanaka. My computer shows that you arrived on Thursday and are checking out this morning. Is that incorrect?
I flew in on Friday, not on Thursday. If you'd like, I can come down to the front desk and show you my plane ticket before I leave for the airport.
That won't be necessary. I'll go ahead and fix the error. Is there anything else I can help you with? Perhaps call a taxi to take you to the airport?
Questions 53 through 55 refer to the following conversation.
Hi, Marcus. I heard the engineering team from our Seoul office is visiting next week to discuss the plans for the new wind turbine. Do you know who's coordinating their visit?
I am, actually. The schedule's pretty full. You didn't want to add anything, did you?
I was hoping that some of our interns could meet with them for an hour. I think the interns would really find it interesting.
Why don't you bring them to lunch on Tuesday? I was planning something casual anyway.
Questions 56 through 58 refer to the following conversation.
I just found out that the shipment of those designer dresses from Bruni's fall collection has been delayed in Paris. Now we won't get them until Tuesday.
Oh, no. We were supposed to photograph those dresses on Monday for the October issue of the magazine. I thought the designer said she'd send them express delivery.
Well, she didn't, so it looks like we're going to have to reschedule. I'll call the photographer right away and see if he's available later in the week.
Questions 59 through 61 refer to the following conversation.
Excuse me, I'm interested in becoming a member of this fitness center, but I have a question. What does the membership fee include?
Well, we have a pool, a running track, and many different kinds of exercise equipment. If you have time now, I can show you around the facility.
Thanks, but I'm on my lunch break and I have to get back to the office. But could I have a tour tomorrow morning before work?
Of course. But if you'd like to talk to some current members about the services we offer, I'd recommend that you come back after work today, since evenings are the busiest time around here.
Questions 62 through 64 refer to the following conversation.
Carl, could you send me last quarter's production totals for the new microchip? I have a meeting with the board of directors tomorrow. They'll want to know if we've increased output enough to meet demand.
Of course. I'll email you the numbers as soon as I get back to my desk. But I can tell you now that even though production's up, orders are coming in faster than we can fill them. We just can't find enough people to hire who have the skills we need.
Maybe it's time we start our own training program. It would be a big financial investment in our workforce, but that's better than losing business.
Questions 65 through 67 refer to the following conversation.
I see from your resume that you have an extensive background in marketing and that you're working as a manager at the Lee Harrington Agency. Can you tell me a bit more about the projects you've worked on there?
Well, I've worked with a diverse group of clients on a wide range of marketing projects. Most recently, I led the team that developed a television commercial for Trail Run snacks.
Lee Harrington is a highly respected firm. What made you decide to apply for a position here at the Milford Company?
No, I enjoy my job there, but the company only has offices here in Boston. I'm very interested in the fact that the Milford Company has offices all over the world. Someday I'd like to have the opportunity to work internationally.
Questions 68 through 70 refer to the following conversation.
Hi, Ming-Mei. It's Sasha. I'm just calling to see if the installer has been to the warehouse to put in the new deep freezer.
I was just about to call you. It seems we have a bit of a problem. The electrical supply isn't sufficient for such a large unit.
We really need that deep freezer installed. We have a large shipment of frozen shrimp arriving in 3 days. Could you please get in touch with the utility company and see if someone can come out right away?
Questions 41 through 43 refer to the following conversation.
Hi, this is Margaret Morelli. I'm scheduled to meet with Mr. Peterson at 8:30 this morning. I was told a car would pick me up at my hotel and bring me to your office, but it's already 8:15 and no one has arrived.
Hello, Ms. Morelli. We are expecting you this morning, but not until 9. I asked the car service to pick you up at 8:30.
Oh, I apologize. I must have read my schedule incorrectly.
No problem. And don't forget to bring some form of identification with a photo. The security desk at the front of the building will ask for it when you arrive.
Questions 44 through 46 refer to the following conversation.
John, we have a problem with Theater 4. People have been complaining about the sound. They can't hear what the actors are saying. Can you figure out what's wrong with the audio equipment?
Sure, but it might take some time. Do you want me to stop the movie now or wait until it's over?
So many people have complained, I think we should just stop the screening. I'll offer everyone in the audience a refund. Maybe some of them will use it to stay and see another film.
Questions 47 through 49 refer to the following conversation.
I think everything's almost ready for our presentation to the Board of Directors on Friday. Have the color charts been printed yet?
Yes, the printer sent me a sample copy, and it looks great. I told him to go ahead and print them right away. We should have them by tomorrow.
Great. Once they get here, we can work on putting everything together in those nice black folders with the company logo. I think that'll look very polished and professional.
Questions 50 through 52 refer to the following conversation.
Hi, Carl. I'm Helen Klein, the laboratory supervisor. I'll give you a brief tour of our research facilities and then we'll start your training.
It's nice to meet you, Helen. Before I came over to the lab, I filled out some paperwork at Human Resources. They told me to give the documents to my supervisor.
Thanks. I'll take that paperwork. While we tour the lab, you'll have to wear a lab coat and some safety glasses. Let's get them from the supply closet now, and then we'll be on our way.
Questions 53 through 55 refer to the following conversation.
Good morning. I'm organizing a luncheon for an employee who's retiring from my company, and one of my coworkers recommended your restaurant. There'll be about 35 people. Can you accommodate that many?
We do have a dining room large enough for a group that size. If you tell me what date you have in mind, I'll see if it's available then.
Well, we'd like to hold the luncheon during the last week of August. A Thursday or Friday would be best.
The room is still available for Thursday the 28th. I can reserve that for you right now if you'd like. Then you can look on our website for details about the menu options and get back to us with your selections.
Questions 56 through 58 refer to the following conversation.
Hi, I'm planning to completely renovate the kitchen in my house. I understand that I'll need a building permit from the city before I can begin construction.
Yes, you do need one. You're required to submit the building plans ahead of time, fill out these forms, and pay a fee with your application.
Okay, I'll go ahead and take these forms home to fill out. I'll be back tomorrow with the paperwork and the blueprints.
Great. Just to let you know, it takes us 2 weeks to process all of the paperwork.
Questions 59 through 61 refer to the following conversation.
Good afternoon, and thank you for calling Sunnydale Furniture, where you'll find the area's biggest discounts on all home and office furniture. How can I help you?
I was looking through your catalog, and there's a desk I'm interested in. I was wondering if you have it on display in your store. It's the Putnam model.
I'm sorry, that particular model was recently discontinued, but it's been replaced with a very similar style called the Shipley, and we do have one of those here in the store.
Okay, great. I'll be in town later today, so I'll stop by to take a look.
Questions 62 through 64 refer to the following conversation.
Hello, Carolyn. This is James Martin from Oakleaf Financial Services calling about the account executive position you applied for. We've narrowed the field to the top 3 candidates, and we're hoping that you wouldn't mind coming back to Vancouver next week for a final interview.
That sounds wonderful, Mr. Martin, but could we possibly have the interview this week instead? There's a snowstorm predicted for this weekend, and I'm afraid it might make travel a bit difficult. Would that work for you?
We should be able to do that. I'll go ahead and reschedule the interview for this week. Once I reserve your train tickets and book your hotel, I'll send all the information to you via email.
Questions 65 through 67 refer to the following conversation.
Lucy, have you come up with any ideas for the print campaign for the Sawgrass Company's new line of spring clothing?
Well, from the samples the client sent us, I think what really stands out is the fabric. The material is so lightweight. Plus, it's washable and wrinkle-resistant.
Then why don't we market it as travel clothing? When we do the photo shoot, we can really showcase how the fabric would make the clothing perfect to pack and wear on your next trip.
Good idea. We can come up with the travel-related scenario for each ad. I couldn't book the space for the photo session until the end of the month, so we still have time to figure out all the details.
Questions 68 through 70 refer to the following conversation.
Excuse me, I've been coming to this fitness center for a while now, but I'll be transferring to my company's office in London for several months, so I'm going to have to cancel my membership.
Did you know you can suspend your membership for up to 6 months? If you do that, you won't have to pay any new member activation fees when you return.
Oh, that's fabulous. I do like the exercise classes here, and I was planning to enroll again when I get back from London.
All we'll need is a letter from your company stating how long you'll be away on assignment. We'll keep the letter in your file, and when you return, just call us to reactivate your account.
Questions 41 through 43 refer to the following conversation.
Molly, did you reserve the main conference room so that we can rehearse our presentation for tomorrow's board meeting?
I thought I did, but the room assignment sheet says that Stan's meeting with a client in there, so we'll have to find somewhere else to go.
Well, why don't we practice in the second floor meeting room instead?
Questions 44 through 46 refer to the following conversation.
Hello, this is Ian Kowalski from the Personnel Department. I just got into work, and when I tried to log on to my computer, my password was rejected.
I'm sorry about that, Mr. Kowalski. The company updated its security protocols last night, and since then we've received a lot of calls about password problems. At this point, every member of the IT support team is working on one of those other requests, so it may be several hours before one of them can call you back.
That's okay. I'm leading a recruiting workshop at 10 and it goes until noon, so I won't be back at my desk until 12:30. Please call me then as I have another appointment at 1 o'clock.
Questions 47 through 49 refer to the following conversation.
Hi, I'm here to register for the charity bicycle race, the one that takes place next Saturday. Is there a registration fee? The flyer I saw didn't say.
Registration is $25. Please fill out this registration form and then read and sign the safety rules, and you're all set.
Oh dear. The rules say that my bike has to have a reflector on both the front and rear wheels. I only have one in back, but I'll get the other one installed before Saturday.
And one other thing, you should plan to come early that day. You'll have to pick up a tag with your entry number on it to wear during the race. Good luck.
Questions 50 through 52 refer to the following conversation.
Hello, I saw your advertisement in the newspaper for moving services. I own a small shop, and I'm opening a second location in Middleton. I need to move some of my inventory there for the grand opening.
When are you looking to move? We're pretty busy, but I have some time next Monday.
Monday's fine. The store's scheduled to open the following Saturday, so that should give me plenty of time to set up. I'm just worried about things breaking during the move. It's all handmade pottery, so it's quite delicate.
Don't worry, we have plenty of experience moving fragile items. We've moved pottery and other breakables in the past, and we've never had a problem.
Questions 53 through 55 refer to the following conversation.
Hi, Lisa. Since you planned the company picnic last year, I was wondering if you could help me with this year's picnic. The deadline for the Green Law project's been moved up, so I don't have as much time to plan it as I thought I would.
Of course I can help you. We were very happy with the caterer we used last year, so why don't I contact them and take care of ordering the food? Let me know what the budget is and I'll make sure we don't go over it.
I'll email that to you right away. If you'll contact the caterer, then I can focus on reserving a location before all the good places are booked. Thanks.
Questions 56 through 58 refer to the following conversation.
Excuse me? A friend of mine booked her vacation here recently and recommended your agency. I'm thinking about going to the Bahamas in June and could use some help planning my trip.
The Bahamas are a great place to vacation, but have you considered other destinations? There are some excellent deals on airfares to Florida right now, and the beaches are gorgeous. You could save a lot of money by travelling there instead.
That's a good tip. I think I better talk it over with my family before I book anything.
That's fine. Why don't you take a look at these brochures about Florida resort options? Some of these spots have special activities for families, so I think you'll be able to find something you like.
Questions 59 through 61 refer to the following conversation.
Hi, I'm calling because I ordered a book from your bookstore's website last week, but I haven't received it. My confirmation number is 3467.
Okay, let me check our records. It looks like your order was for the paperback edition, but that won't be released for a couple of weeks. If you want the book now, I can send you the hardcover, but it costs $15 more.
Oh, I thought the paperback was already available. The thing is, I'm giving the book as a gift, so I really need it by the end of the week. Could you send me the hardcover instead?
Certainly. And to make sure you get it on time, I'd be happy to upgrade your order to express shipping at no extra charge.
Questions 62 through 64 refer to the following conversation.
This is Sanjeev Roy calling from Riverbend Sporting Goods. I wanted to talk about the advertising campaign for our Pathbreaker backpack.
Hi, Mr. Roy. We've made a lot of progress on the print advertisements, and they'll certainly be ready in time for the launch date on April 1st.
Actually, that's what I'm calling about. We've just learned that one of our competitors is releasing a similar product in April, so we want to start shipping the backpacks to stores sooner than that. Can you have the ads ready by March 1st instead?
I'll have to check with my project manager before I can confirm that. I'll speak with him after our call and see if he thinks that timeline is feasible.
Questions 65 through 67 refer to the following conversation.
Jen, I just got a message from Ellen. She's having some car trouble and she won't be able to make it to work until later this morning.
Oh, but she was supposed to spend this morning training the new front desk staff. They're already here, waiting in the lobby. Could you take over for Ellen? I know she was planning to show them how to program wake-up calls for the guest rooms.
Well, since I don't usually work at the front desk, I don't actually know how to do that. But I'd be happy to show them around the hotel until she gets here. We can see the business center, the gym, the dining rooms. That'll take a couple of hours.
Questions 68 through 70 refer to the following conversation.
Rodney, I finally finished the window display for our spring furniture collection. How do you think it looks?
Well, it's great that you were able to incorporate so many of the new living room pieces, but it seems awfully crowded.
What if we push that oak bookcase all the way back against the wall instead of having it standing next to the sofa? That way it'll still be visible in the background, but it won't take up so much space.
That could work, but you should ask Jeff. He's done a lot of window displays for us.